For this heat retrieval method, you will need the following materials: Trilogy or Declear. While both have the same functionality, Trilogy EDTA is preferred for most heat retrievable antibodies since EDTA is a stronger unmasking reagent. An electric pressure cooker. While stovetop pressure cookers and microwave pressure cookers may accomplish similar results, for the greatest consistency and the best lab compatibility, an electric pressure cooker is always recommended. Plastic Copeland jars or staining wells with slide racks. These are meant to hold the slides and the retrieval solution during the heating process. Additional materials include forceps for grasping hot items, deionized water, TBS wash buffer, protective gloves for handling of hot items, and protective eye or face wear. With the lid removed from the electric pressure cooker, place the circular metal rack down into the empty chamber of the pressure cooker. This is to ensure that the container holding the slides is not in direct contact with the part of the chamber touching the heating element. Pour 500 milliliters to 1 liter of deionized water into the pressure cooker chamber. The amount of water should just cover the top of the circular rack at the bottom of the chamber. While the exact amount of water is not crucial, it is essential to have at least enough water to ensure that all of the water does not evaporate out before the pressure buildup seals the gasket during the heating process. It is also important to not have too much water that might otherwise cause the containers holding the slides to become buoyant. Place slides into slide racks and insert into tissue wells. Smaller numbers of slides may be placed directly into plastic Copeland jars as well. Because Trilogy and Declear can serve both as standard epitope retrieval solutions and as 3-in-1 solutions for deparaffinization, rehydration, and unmasking, the slides that you put into the containers may either be paraffinized slides or deparaffinized slides. Pour Trilogy into the container holding the slides until they are completely submerged. Fill a second empty container with Trilogy as well. This container will be used as a hot rinse and only needs to be used if the user is taking advantage of the one-step deparaffinization feature. Place all containers into the electric pressure cooker onto the circular rack at the bottom of the chamber. Place lids on the containers. Note: threaded lids on Copeland jars should be put in place loosely. Secure the lid of the electric pressure cooker by rotating the lid until the latch clicks so the lid is locked into place. Ensure that the steam release valve on the top of the lid is closed. Set the pressure cooker at high pressure for 15 minutes. To do this on the Cell Marque electric pressure cooker, press the menu button twice so that the light above the high pressure label is lit. Then press the time button until the electronic timer display reaches 15. Press start. Allow the electric pressure cooker to come to pressure. A red button on the lid handle will then rise once the target pressure is reached, and the electronic timer will begin its descent shortly thereafter. Some steam will escape during the heating process, but this escape will stop once the pressure buildup seals the gaskets. Once the timer reaches 0, the pressure cooker will beep and switch to the keep warm mode. The pressure is ready to be released. On the units sold by Cell Marque, turn the pressure valve on the lid to release the steam. Be cautious of the steam, as the steam can scald exposed skin. Once the steam has all been released and the excess pressure is eliminated, the lid is ready to be removed. Note: the red button on the lid handle will have descended at this point. The use of gloves and face protection is highly recommended, as the environment inside the pressure cooker chamber is still very hot. To remove the lid, turn the lid so that the latch unclicks and then open the lid in a way that shields you while holding it over the edge of the chamber opening. If the slides were deparaffinized before the heating process, then the slides may be removed, rinsed off, and the staining procedure continued. If Trilogy or Clear were used to deparaffinize and rehydrate, as well as for epitope retrieval, then the slides need to be immediately removed from the first container and transferred to the second hot rinse container. They should be lowered slowly and gently into the second container to ensure that there is no sudden boiling over of the hot solution. If the slides are left in the first container too long, they could have suspended paraffin deposited on them as the solution cools. These slides should remain in the hot rinse for 5 minutes and then should be promptly removed. The slides are ready to be rinsed with deionized water or preferably TBS wash buffer, and then the staining procedure can be continued. The retrieval process is now complete.